today I was just reading about this news about the housing market in China. It's about the proposal from within the Chinese government, and the housing market in China right now is really a matter of concern to the rest of the world, because it's no longer simply about what's happening in China stays in China, because of the intertwined global economy. And so what happens in China could or may affect the rest of the economy in other countries as well. So recently there's this new proposal to stimulate the China's housing market, which the Chinese government is discussing right now. And I think that is a very innovative method, but it is a little bit risky, and I'll explain my thinking. So basically, to give it more context, this proposal was from a representative from the Nanning's People's Congress, and it is to stimulate the real estate market liquidity with something called a so-called $0 down payment for first-time buyers, first-time home buyers. And the Nanning's Housing Bureau, they already expressed that this approach may carry various risks and uncertainties, and is not really that sustainable way of home buying. Then in addition to this, they also added that they will continue to study and optimize relevant policies for housing down payment based on market changes, market situation assessment, and implementation evaluation. So maybe let me just give more context. Let me just explain what exactly is this policy about. This $0 down payment for housing, it refers to a situation where home buyers do not have to make any initial down payment when purchasing a house. And this type of arrangement is not really that common, and it is not typically implemented as a policy at the national level in any countries. And in some cases, individual lenders or housing developers, they may offer special programs or incentives that allow for $0 down payment. But these are not widespread and often comes with a specific eligibility criteria or financial requirement. So this $0 down payment for housing, it can be used for fraud in several ways. And one very common example is when a person represents their financial situation to qualify for a $0 down payment mortgage. So in order to get this right, they may provide false income or asset information to the lender in order to secure the loan without making any initial payment. And another example that I can think of right now is when a real estate investor or buyer colludes with a seller to inflate the purchase price of a property in order to cover the down payment. And the buyer then receives a gift from the seller for the down payment, when in reality, it is a form of mortgage fraud. But all in all, right, in both cases, these actions can lead to financial institutions issuing loans based on false information, which can ultimately result in default and foreclosure. And this will cause financial loss to the lender or potentially impact the entire housing market. So one alternative that I can think of to this $0 down payment for housing, right, is a low down payment option. It allows people to afford houses by making smaller initial payment while still contributing to the purchase. Then in addition to this, programs such as first-time home buyer assistance, government grants, or employee assisted housing program can also provide financial support to help individuals to afford a home without relying on a $0 down payment option. All these alternatives, it may help home buyers more to buy their first house more accessibly while still promoting responsible financial practices. So think about it.